What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never, and welcome back to another update on Miggles. If this is the style of content that you enjoy, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so if we just start out by taking a look at Miggles right now, you can see that it's trading at a $41.5 million market cap. And it's actually had a decent little pullback over the last week. If we look at this from a market cap standpoint, you can see that Miggles did actually reach about 58 million, 58.66 million to be exact. And again, now it's back down to 41.5 million. But basically from a technical analysis standpoint, what I was watching from Miggles was this bull flag. And I was seeing whether or not we'd break out of this bull flag. And then you can see we did actually have a very nice move out of this. We had a strong green candle, and I thought that this was going to be the breakout. However, we've had two back-to-back red candles. Now, I will point out that the red candle before this was still a bullish hammer. So we had some momentum, but the problem is that ETH started to drop again. You can see that ETH also is in a similar bull flag to Miggles, and it looked like it was starting to get a breakout, but then we started to drop again. And now ETH is back under 2,500. It's down to 2,479. And in order to see Miggles break out, ultimately we're probably going to need to see Ethereum break out. That is, unless Miggles all of a sudden has a catalyst, like a Coinbase listing or something. But to be clear, I'm not expecting that right away, and we don't even necessarily want that right away. We want to see Miggles get listed on Coinbase when Ethereum is flying. And right now you can see that Ethereum is currently sandwiched between the 200-day and the 21-day. These are two very important levels. In order for us to truly see Ethereum fly, we need to get back above the 200-day, this yellow line right here. I'm telling you right now, there are many traders that are watching this level. But the other thing that I just want to point out from Miggles from a technical analysis standpoint is that we don't look bad anyways. Even if we do drop a little bit lower, the reality is that we are still having a potential support and resistance flip. You can see right here that we are retesting this previous high. Just to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about, I was pointing this out on Bitcoin's weekly time frame for months. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know that's true. But basically, I was talking about how Bitcoin was coming down here and retesting this previous high. And many times you will see a very explosive move off of that level. And clearly that played out for Bitcoin as we are now retesting all-time highs. Now, obviously, yes, Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Memecoin technical analysis can always be hit or miss. But my point simply is that from a technical analysis standpoint, Miggles still looks very good. I'm really just waiting on an Ethereum breakout. And if you look at base Memecoin's rank, this is where it gets interesting. A lot of you guys know there for a while, Miggles was actually trading at the same market cap as Doginme and Keycat. But at this point, Doginme and Keycat have had stronger breakouts than Miggles. But the fact that Miggles was even trading with them to begin with was crazy, because Keycat and Doginme both have Coinbase listings. But I want to point out that Miggles still has excellent volume right now. Miggles' volume is 4.2 million. If you look at Doginme, it's 11.3 million, and Keycat's 5.7 million. And again, both of these have Coinbase. Miggles doesn't have any tier 1 listings yet. So 4.2 million volume is still very good. But if we take a look at the Miggles X account, you can see they're at 91.1k followers. But I really like to see this post right here by Purrlabs. So 16 hours ago, Miggles 2 weeks ahead for us and Miggles in Las Vegas. Not just for Miggles at the licensing expo, but also doing a double feature the week after at the Bitcoin 2025 convention and side events. And these are the kind of networking opportunities that are huge for a project. This is another connection that I'd like to point out for Miggles. So you can see this post right here on May 17th. On May 21st in DC, the day before the Trump dinner, I'll be hosting a dinner free to you. The following criteria will get you a spot. And he said you have to be a Miggles 0.05 holder. And you might ask who this is. Well, this is one of the advisors at World Liberty Financial. And as you probably know, there are major ties to Donald Trump there. So you can just see the kind of network that Miggles is already building right now. This is part of the reason that I am so bullish on this project still. But ultimately, the chart in the short term is probably going to come down more to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So keep your eyes on key levels. All of that being said though, if you guys are interested in getting into projects super early like Miggles, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We've been making huge gains this entire bull run. Even just over the last 2 weeks, we have nailed 2 different 100x projects. One of them was actually a 691x. My boy Tennis has been on fire recently, but we've also nailed 6 different 200x projects as a community. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. So that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how high do you guys think Miggles will go this bull run. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.